Nighttiger comic.
Tiger comic.
Tiger comic. Nighttiger comic. Tiger comic.
What? Nighttiger comic?
Comic. Nighttiger comic.
Yeah. You never know what you're missing. All right, what's up, comic book junkies? Back again with all Golden Age. How do I start this video? I have no idea. I'm just excited to show the rest of this. I hope you enjoyed part one. I hate calling videos part one and part two because part two never gets the views that it deserves. This is probably going to be better the books. I got an All-American number 81 with Green Lantern here. And then a Planet Comics. This was an A-OK for my buddy Jesse Lynch at BWD. What? Okay, so might as well just get going here. Picked up this as a patriotic cover. Now that I picked it up, I've seen more listings for this book. I think it's Pago cover, but just Frisky, Fables, and if I'm correct, Acceptable, which was a publisher that had either purchased or found comic book plates, and they published a bunch of these issues and they renamed it Frisky Animals, so they were reprints. Yeah, this is the Al Fargo cover. This is from July 46, so very patriotic. I paid $32 for this. Now, funny thing, there is this seller on eBay. He blocked me like years ago from Canada. And so under my normal account, I cannot buy anything from him. So I've created a second account like a year and a half or 2 years ago so that I can purchase from him. And this is one of the books that I got from him. This was $29.99 with free shipping, and then with tax it ended up being like $32. It's a cool book. I'm getting into these funny animals. There's so many different titles in the Golden Age. Now this one was, I haven't been buying much Captain Marvel lately because I don't want to step on Jerry Jitterbug. He loves to get this stuff. And I'm pretty good. But this one came up for $25 and I got it. I just had to get it. So it was $26.75 with shipping. July 1946. And these are fun to read. And the Captain Marvel and Wiz and a lot of the Fawcett titles they're written really well. And the art is decent. Some depends. I mean, Bullet Man, the art is not good. And what else? But that's the only one I can think of. Now I've been trying to collect Headline Comics number 1 to 29. And I'm doing I'm successful. I've been able to find a lot of them on eBay in the last 3 years. Excuse me. But 1 through 22 is the Junior Rangers issues. Now there's some Hitler covers. Those are very pricey. I think there's 2. But the other ones, they come up every now and then at decent prices. I was able to pick up this one. I didn't have number 22. It's kind of got a propaganda stereotyping cover here, as they have an Asian and they're like they got him tied up and making him pull the cart. But this is the last Junior Rangers issue. I paid $36.50 from my comic shop for this. They listed it as a 1.0. If you know and are familiar with my comic shop, they undergrade quite a bit, especially Golden Age. So I was happy to know that they had a 1.0 because that means it's probably a 2. When I got it looked at, it's like a 2.0 to a 2.5. Now, after this, issue 23 begins. Simon and Kirby took over and turned it into a crime book. And they did some really great Good Girl covers all the way up to 29. And they stayed on it for a while after that, and then eventually they left the book. So there you go. Headline Comics number 22. So glad to have this. let's check this out. These have some great art in them. Usually these first splash pages are really good. This one is not quite as good as some of the other ones that I've had. Oh, this book smells amazing, guys. Let's take a look in here. We got Buck Saunders. Funny book right there. Carrot Top. This one's not quite as good as some of the others. It's cool though. Smells good. Does it ever? And the funny thing is, they call this a 1.0, but everything's attached. There's no centerfold missing. Of course, there'd be 0.5. So, moving on. So, we're getting into the better stuff. This is the video you want to watch. The last one, there was good stuff in it, but I put the better stuff at the bottom. Now, I think it was last video I talked. No, hold on. I'm not there yet. Oh, yeah. Last video I showed LB Cole Outlaws, which I bought in a lot with another book. So I'm trying to complete the White Horse and Super Horse, the White Rider and Super Horse run. I think it's 5 issues. Very tough to get. There are reprints by Acceptable, which can go for money also. But you want to find the first prints, and that's what I've been looking for. So this came in that lot. So this ended up being $30. The other one was 30. So really, even if this book was 60, it'd be worth it to me. So that's what I ended up paying for both of them. So it's number 5 from December 15. LB Cole cover. And I believe it's I've never read it. I believe it's an original art and story inside. So I am on my way to completing this. And the thing is, from 1 to 5, is it 1 to 5? I think it goes to 6. Then it becomes another title. So I ended up getting 4 for $20 off eBay. So it's $21.40 with tax. This one is the more beautiful cover. Check that out. And it's hard, like I say, it's really tough to find these first print ones. The Acceptable reprints are readily more available, and they can go for about the same amount of money because not a lot of people know. I don't know if they know their reprints, but I think it's just the whole LB Cole thing. And I think LB Cole owned LB Cole owned the publishing company called Star Publications, and the first prints have the Star Publication star on them. So speaking of that, I couldn't believe that I got this book next. I paid they had 150 on it. Now, Bunky Brothers on eBay, great sellers. They have making offers, and I offer them quite a bit less than what they're asking. And 9 times out of 10, they actually take it. So they had 150 on this book, and I shot them 100. Let me see, make sure. Yeah, I shot them $100. Wait, is that right? No, I think they had 100 on this. Yeah, they had $100 on it, and I shot them 70, and they took it. Now, the reason I'm so excited about that is because they're the reprints on eBay, and I almost bought one for $33, but all the other Acceptable reprints of this book are $100 or more. And so I did research because I noticed that the $33 one I was getting has a big miscut, factory miscut on the edge. So I looked around at different sites at that book and noticed that almost all of the reprint titles have this miscut on them, and it's pretty significant. And I was like, I couldn't get past that. I did not want that. So when I saw this beautiful book, No mis. It is missing that little cover, but there's no miscut on it. And this is the first print. And how do you tell? On the acceptable one, I think it's right. Either right here or right here. It says acceptable inside the little circle. LB Cole cover. He repurposed this from another title that he did. Someone pointed that out to me. I forgot what it was. But man, this book is gorgeous. It's thick. It's huge. That art is just so, it just blows me away. Now, the reason I found out about this book was through Rutger from Holland on Instagram. He has an amazing Golden Age collection himself, and he posted this a couple of years ago, and I've been on the search for this first print for 2 years. I'm happy to finally get it, because like I say, most of the ones that show up are the reprints, and the reprints are from 1954, and this is from 1950. Actually, I didn't even put the information on this one yet. All right, I'm talking a lot. Where are we at? 35 minutes. Holy crap. This is longer than the last video. I just have to cut this, man. This is too long. So I'll be back with a third part. Dang. All right, guys. Nighttiger, peace out. All right, I'm back. I thought it was 35 minutes, but I just paused the first part. So it was part of the first part. So I'm still showing these books. So I'm on 11 minutes. All right, so another Bunky Brother purchase. They said this was a 5.5. Now this is from 1938, and thanks to Tom Ryan, he's got me on this kick, and I'm trying to find all these early King comics because I love Popeye, and these things are just so cool, and they're so old, and they're just so part of history. What did I pay for this? So this is the one that had 150 on it, and I offered them 120, I think. Yeah, something like that. So with shipping, taxes, everything, it came to 136. Now I'm going to tell you, they said this is a 5.5. This is from 1938. Let's look at this thing, and you give me I want to see in the comments what grade you give this book. Now keep in mind, it's a white cover. It's from 1938. How many is that? It's like 80 some years old, 83 or something. No? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Look at that book. The centerfold's there, of course. The cover is securely attached. The inside pages look so clean. I would say that this book, to me, I would put this in the 7 to 5 range. Maybe even 8. What do you think, guys and girls? When I seen this book and I pulled it out when I got it, you asked my wife when she was sitting next to me, I was like blown away on the condition of this thing, especially for the age. That's King Comics number 28. So before I bought this, my earliest King Comics was number 22, which happens to be the scarcest of the early issues for some reason. And it was low grade. It had tape on the spine and everything. So happy to get this. I paid $136.91. And you can say, oh, good God, Mike, that's a lot of money for a comic. I think this is a steal. These books, when they come up for auction on eBay, they'll be hitting over $200. Guaranteed. Because I try to win a few. You can't win these at auction. So I was happy when I saw my comic shop go ahead and post this one. Now, I paid less for this one, but this is number 47. But check out that cover. I had never seen that before. So a Popeye and a Good Girl cover. And a lot of people made comments on this. It looks like she's got hit. And he's got lipstick right there. And this is number 47 from March 1940. I paid $116 for this one. This has a Mandrake, the magician in it, Charlie Chan. There's just so many features inside these. Gorgeous book, huh? Would you pay $116 for it? Probably not, but I would. Okay, so the creme de la creme are the King comics. My oldest King comic. Told you I had 22. Well, here's 21. And check it out. It's a Christmas cover with Popeye. So it is more desirable, has more going for it. Collectors will want this book here. This is from 1937. And I paid $116.80 for this. It's a gorgeous book. So happy to get that. 3.0. So pretty good. You know, and from 1937, and the other one's from 38. You know, most books from that era will be falling apart. And these books are in really nice condition. Moving on. So I bought this. So this next book I've been wanting for the longest time. I forgot that I wanted it. I saw it on eBay. I think from my comic shop. Let me see. Yep. And it has pencil on it. I did get the name off because it's a white cover. But they drew inside the red title, and I couldn't get that out. But still, it's a gorgeous. Now, this is an Alex Schomburg cover. So you got Shark, you got Damsel in Distress in a Bikini, you got Golden Age, you got Schomburg, number 20 from May 47. For the longest time, there was a book on eBay that had no centerfold sitting there. And I'm like, I just could not see buying this without a centerfold in it. So I ended up paying $147 for this book. But now I have it. I love shark covers in the Golden Age. I got like 3 or 4 now, really cool ones. If I could just get that Hit Comics one, I'd be on cloud 9 with that book. It's so expensive. I'll let you look at that again. Look at the blues and the greens in there. The purple in the background. Really strange character. He comes from a long line. His ancestors all were the superhero. And I think the hat and the cape bring back the spirit of the past ancestors. Where are we at? Okay. Another cool book. Ghost Rider. My second one. Won this in an auction for $107. This is number 14, and it's from an anthology series called A1. So in the entire series, it's number 112, but in the Ghost Rider run within the series, it's number 14. And just a gorgeous cover. I don't know who does this. The Frank Frazetta does some of the covers in this run. I don't think he does this one, though. It could be a Bob Powell cover. Just very cool. I'm so happy to finally own some of these. I never thought I would. I was happy. This book just came up last week. I've been wanting this book for a long time. Any book out of this run that has the Phantom on it, I want it. And for my research, comparing to Ace Comics, let me show you. Here's the Ace Comics that I got last year. Gorgeous Phantom cover. But the last 7 issues of Ace Comics were all Phantom covers. And they were all from 1949. And I think the first Phantom cover in this run was February of 1949. So this book, feature book number 456 from 1949, does not give a month. I can only assume, since this is the last, I think this is the last, yeah, this is the last Phantom cover in the run, that they picked up in Ace Comics. So that this, I'm just assuming, was published in January or released in January of 1949, making it the 5th Phantom comic in publication. And I paid $53.50 for that. Really, really cool looking cover. I was so happy to get this. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Sparkler, number 14. Great Good Girl cover. Red dress, blonde hair. Tarzan taking on a cheetah. This book is thick, people. Look how thick that is. Then you got Sparkman right here, which I love. And the rest of these are comic strip reprints. This is an original story. And Tarzan is also newspaper reprints in here. But Sparkler number 14. This is another one that I'm trying to get from number 1 until the floating heads disappear, which is like, I think around 29 or something like that. Because I just love the floating heads, give it that golden age look even more than without them. So that's a really gorgeous. I think this is Hogwarth, and I did get a Sparkler with his signature on it and a COA from my comic shop for $12 with the Tarzan cover last year. So that's Sparkler number 14. I have like 6 copies of Sparkler now. And then I picked up number 3 for $134.82. This was auction, and I had to get it. So I fought hard, and I won it. This is from 1941. Again, we have the floating heads. We have Sparkman on the cover. We have Damsel in Distress in a red bikini. My goodness, this book has everything going for it. And these books are thick. They're huge. Let me see. Let's compare it to this one. Oh, it's just a little bit wider. So if we compare it to another Golden Age book, say this one, you can see how much difference there is. Right here. Look at that. All right. Now, this is another title that I'm collecting all of the Mandrake covers. And I think there are 22 of them out of the first 29, I think, first 29 issues. And I have 11 of them now. I think this makes number 12. Magic Comics number 23. He had another copy of one that I already have for $30-some. And I went back to get it after a week or two, and it was gone. Because I actually have a couple doubles on some of these, but they're just so scarce. And I love them. This is a Joe Musil cover. This is number 23. This is from 1941, and this one ended up being $93.01 with tax and shipping. I think he had 100 on it. I offered him 80, and he took it. So pretty cool. Kind of a Hitler-looking dude. And again, these are early comics from the beginning of the Golden Age. And I got this. Now this, I did pay down for because it's missing centerfold. They did have one with a centerfold, but I just did not want to pay a whole lot of money. The other one was like $65 or something. And this one was like $12 for my comic shop. And then with shipping and everything was $19. Just a cool, I wanted the cover. The cover is, it's got a dragon, Mandrake the magician in the fire world. Come on now. How cool is that? For less than $20. Down to the last 2. I hope you enjoyed this. Put in the comments below which one you like, which one I paid too much for. What's your thoughts on Golden Age? Just give me some feedback, baby. This is a one I've been waiting for. Another one. I have a lot of patience. Sometimes, most of the time. If I see a book and it's overpriced, I won't buy it. I'll wait and I'll wait. This was a 2, maybe 3 year wait. I was waiting for a listing of this book to come up for under 50. I could not see paying 50 for this, even though it's as cool as heck. And I love these Western romance comics, especially these original cover art ones, because a lot of them have photo covers. So this is number 1 from December 1949. It's a pretty scarce issue. Paul Gusterson cover, and I paid with shipping, tax, and everything $45.42. So I met my goal. But I have a book up here. To me, is the companion book that goes with it. Another book that I waited. I bought this one like 2 years ago, but I waited a few years because it's quite pricey, and a British seller had it for $30-some. This is Western Love Tales, and I just love these Western romance that have the original art instead of photo covers. And the last one. This book always seemed to be very pricey, and I did not want to pay $100 for this. It's usually what it was running, over $100. This is the last Mary Marvel issue of WoW from 1947, number 58. Ended up paying $45.52, and would you know it, 2 days later, another listing came up for one at $60, and I said, you know what, I don't need another one, but I'm going to offer them 40, and if they take it, I'll buy it. But they came back with 50, and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to buy it because I already got it. But for 40, I would have bought it. Just a beautiful, cool Mary Marvel cover. Then you got Commander Yank in the background, and I don't know who that other dude is. Oh, that's his sidekick. I can't remember his name right now. So cool. That's it. That's all my Golden Age. And like I said, I think I have 6 or 7 more coming in. And I think 6 of those is Christmas covers by L.B. Cole. I could be wrong, like maybe 4 to 6. I can't remember. And then one's a romance comic. And then I'm all comicked out. I haven't bought anything. With the holidays, eBay sellers are not listing a whole lot. My comic shop is just throwing stuff out there, but no private sellers are putting up any good deals. So we'll see what happens after the first of the year. This may be my last video of the year. I don't know if it is. Happy New Year. Thank you for all the support. I hope that you have a wonderful year next year. For me, 2021 was an amazing year. I'm very blessed. A lot of blessings came to me this year. All right, Nighttiger out of here.